Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tier List Tuesday. This Tier List Tuesday means a lot because this one, as you saw from the thumbnail, is a total drama island Tier List Tuesday. Total Drama Island might be my favorite show ever. Whenever I'm ranking my cartoons, when people ask me, and you haven't got a cartoon tier list, but like it's like, god dang, it'd be 2 hours long. But this is one like I always I have such a love for. Like I'm always like, oh, you know, Avatar's so good, and so is Gravity Falls and Kipo, that I always like forget about Total Drama. But no show in my life has ever brought me the same level of joy that the show has brought me. So it was about time I thought that we did a tier list. We got the season 1 cast. Will I be doing seasons 4 and 6? Because Total Drama Island and Action and World Tour have the same cavalcade of characters for the most part. Then you got new people in 4, then you got a mix in 5, then you got new people in 6, and then you got the Redonkulous Race, which is totally different. You know what? Give me 1 sec here. All right, we're back. I was trying to find a tier list that also included Alejandro and I want to say her name is C from World Tour. I don't remember her. I didn't watch as much World Tour as some of my friends did. I was a big island guy, big action guy. Watched World Tour once or twice, but not nearly as much as this. But I thought, like, you know, Alejandro, and I'm pretty sure it's Sierra. You know, I consider them among the OGs, at least to a degree. But everything that had them also had your Return to the Island, your Tiki Island, your all-star characters. Some of them even had Redonkulous Race characters. And that's just too many characters. I didn't want to do that. So we're gonna do these guys. Let's start with the host with the most, Chris McLean. Not a doubt in my mind that Chris McLean is a wonderful tier character. He is the heart of the show. His funny host antics are the reason we come back every week. The hell he puts these teens through, absolutely insane. Very good character. Beth is gotta remember, we're just doing, I guess we're just going via season 1 here. I guess we could stretch into season 2. That'll muddy the waters. Let's pretend we're just doing Total Drama Island. Total Drama Island, Beth does not get that much development. A lot of her development comes in Action, as we'll say with a few of these characters. In the first season, she's one of Heather's 2 underlings, and she has that little curse arc that inevitably gets her voted off. I think season 1 Beth is a C tier character. I think you can maybe even move her up to A with introduction of Action, but not what we're doing today. Beth, chill. Oh no, that's not Beth. That's I just said Beth. Bridget, the chill surfer girl, Jeff's girl, gets skunked on in the episode she gets voted off on. Good character, loved by many, but I gotta tell you, man, like, she kind of doesn't do much. She's a little boring. While she's really cool as a character, I don't think she gives much to the show. She's friends with just about everybody. She never does any dastardly deeds though, like, you know, or anything like superhero. She's just like a character that's kind of there. So this might be controversial, but for now, I'm putting her in the D tier. Like, even Beth did more than her in season 1. All right, Chef. I mean, I don't know if he's not as good as Chris McLean, but I think Chef's definitely an A tier character. There's 2 characters that aren't contestants. Chef's the other one. Chef's great. Works as a great, like, second-hand man to Chris. Love the army background stuff. Love when he gets involved in the challenges. Chef gets a big thumbs up. A tier for sure. Cody, here's a glorious example of a character that absolutely is pretty bad until they get the development they deserve. Cody literally is a no one until World Tour. He somehow he goes from being like one of the most forgettable characters in season 1 to like a final 3. I think final 4. 3? Definitely 4, possibly 3. He gets super far, but we're going by just simple total drama, Cody's a D tier for sure. DJ is the big lovable guy. He's a bit of a scary cat. He likes bunnies. He likes to cook. That cooking gets really developed in action when he forms a secret alliance with Chef. We're not talking about that. But even without season 2 and 3, you gotta say DJ is an A tier character. DJ is great. DJ is one of those characters that I think I know there's rumors that HBO Max is bringing the show back, and I was seeing weird stuff on the last page of like total drama stuff I've never heard of when I typed in total drama ranking. I don't know if it's fan stuff. I don't know if I somehow miss like a series coming out. I'm gonna look into it after this. But DJ is one of those characters that I've had discussions with people that I feel could get a show win if they do more seasons with the original characters. He seems like someone that could deserve a victory. So definite A tier for DJ. Eva season 1 is pretty awful. No one likes Eva, right? Like, she's big muscle angry, and then she comes back for one episode and is big muscle angry. Like, I think you gotta put Eva on unbearable. She doesn't do anything. I think honestly, if they had brought her back and made her like a real like villain for a little bit, like even to the point where Heather's like, listen, I know I'm a bitch, but we gotta do something about her. Maybe give her like a little 3-episode arc, but bring her back and voting her off in the same episode. I don't know. Kind of muddied the waters. It didn't give her the point she deserved, I feel. So I'm gonna have to put her on unbearable, and she'll have company immediately because Ezekiel is the joke of the whole series. He's so bad that it gets to the point where he just literally becomes Smeagol in World Tour. He dies, right? Like, he gets thrown into a volcano. I think technically he doesn't die. I'm pretty sure he has sporadic appearances in like All Stars and those other ones, but like, yeah, Ezekiel sucks, dude. He's just like his most well-known trait is that he's a homeschooled sexist. Like, you can't put this guy any higher. Someone who you can put higher is Jeff. Jeff's the party boy. He's a cool dude. He gets some fun character moments. He's dating Bridget. He's friends with just about everyone. His send-off episode's great, where he gets handcuffed to Gwen. Like, he really gets a lot of character development, but Alaska gets voted off. I think Jeff's a solid B tier character. I don't think anyone's gonna argue with that placement. Some might say he deserves to go a little higher, but again, we're not bringing other shows into this. Granted, I don't actually think that I think Jeff's season 1 Island is his biggest series. He gets voted off very early in action. I think the first to get voted off, actually. But then he gets like those, like the episodes of Total Drama Action that are like the Talking Dead. Like, I forgot what they're called. It's like the behind the scenes episodes, and him and Bridget are the hosts of those. He gets a little bit of development there. And then he gets a lot of development in the Redonkulous race, ironically. But I think he's a pretty good B-list character. Harold has his beatboxing moment, which is very cool. But he's pretty gross. And he's got the catch in the dodgeball episode, the beatbox, the very next episode. Got 2 episodes in a row of pretty good stuff. But he screws over Courtney. I don't think Courtney deserves that, especially not in season 1. I think I'm gonna give Harold the C tier. He does do things to move the game forward. He does things to move the game forward. He gets the B tier. As much as I might not love the character, but like, he plays the game, you know? When you're watching Big Brother, a show I've never watched, I'm sure you're like, there's a respect for the game, and I guess cheating and not getting caught is a level of respect for the game. So there you go, Harold, B tier. Heather. Don't know how y'all are gonna feel about this, but I gotta put Heather in the wonderful tier. She is undoubtedly, and I'll die on this hill, no matter how much you don't like her, Heather is the best player Total Drama Island's ever seen. She dominated season 1, got all the way to the final 3, basically manipulated the entire game to her will. She just, she got screwed over by a team up, and when there's only 3 people left, you get teamed up on, you're F. Plus, she got eliminated on a technicality. She got her head shaved, but because she kicked the buzzer, it was considered not the same. I don't know. I think the Dare said, "Get your head shaved by Chef," and her head was shaved by Chef. I don't think she should have been. Personally, But I mean, you know, we all wanted her to get eliminated because she was the biggest villain ever. Great character. Can't put her any lower than this. She even goes on the win. I think she's in action for a long time, and then she wins World Tour. Like she probably has the most, like, overall. Like, if you're right, if you take everyone's final score and average them together for the first 3 seasons, I'm sure Heather probably does the best. Izzy / Kaleidoscope. There's no way of being sure which one we're seeing. Wild, zany character. Doesn't do much good in the game, but I think her character traits overtake that. I think Izzy gets an A tier for sure. A fan favorite character, a lot of people's favorites. The E-scope stuff is hilarious. Her getting, like, arrested by, like, the Canadian government and then coming back, gold. Dating Owen, cute. Absolute good character. A tier. Justin might be the #1 character that is like absolutely nothing in Total Drama Island, and then is somehow like a insanely important character in Total Drama Action. He gets like a heel development, like he becomes a bad guy all of a sudden. He like manipulates people, and it's like really cool. I think it's like a great character thing. Like, it makes him a really good player. But until then, in Island, which is what we're doing for this ranking, is a Total Drama Island ranking, he is he's not unbearable, but he's like a D tier character. He doesn't do anything except be hot. I don't know. I'm trying to think if he even speaks in the first, like, until he gets eliminated. He's like a quiet hot guy for a while. Gonna quickly, you're seeing me cheat here. I'm gonna do a quick can't do Katie without doing Sadie, and vice versa. These are both unbearable characters for me. Neither of them do anything to progress the game, and they're just totally annoying with each other. There's a whole episode that focuses on them arguing with each other, and it's like technically it's character development, but like not really. It's just 2 friends arguing and then apologizing, and then one of them gets eliminated. Like, it doesn't move the game forward. It's just senseless character backstory that no one acts for. Unbearable characters. There's a reason I don't think either of them are in any seasons after this. Lindsay is the hot blonde. She is a little bit of a headspace, can't think straight. But you know, great character. Heather's underling that makes it further than Beth. She also gets that amazing tell Heather off in the last episode. And she also, much like Justin, gets a big leader position push in Action. Again, we're not talking about Action. But I think putting Lindsay any lower than who's left here? Okay, a lot of big heavy hitters coming up. I think I'm gonna put Lindsay in the B tier for now, but I think she has upward. I think there's a chance she ends up in the A tier. Definitely not C tier though. The main man himself. Bless the creator of this tier list for putting Mr. Coconut in here. He's the best. Pour one out for me. He eliminated too soon. Mr. Coconut's the absolute greatest character Total Drama Island's ever seen. Love Mr. Coconut. Noah, another character that doesn't do anything until they're developed in later seasons. He's just like a annoying bookworm. He gets eliminated in episode 3. He's a bit of a meh. Feels like a Justin, Cody, Bridget situation. Owen, what can I say, man? The dude won in the American version. Gotta put him in the wonderful tier. He's an amazing character. He's another character that if you average together all of their standings would probably like rival Heather. Big lovable oaf, favorite character arc. Take it personally as I consider myself to be a big lovable oaf as well. Great character. Earned that season 1 win in America style. Awesome. Courtney is one of my favorite characters. I love her in season 1. I love like the follow the rules preppy girl who like embraces her wild side. Like it's a fun trope. I don't know what they freaking did to her in seasons 2 and 3. I know she becomes the main character, which is like awesome. She becomes way more important, but like the weird like psychopath arc she goes down, I don't dig it. I also don't dig like how she becomes like a weird forced good guy and Gwen forced bad guy because of the love triangle going on down here. But this is just season 1, and I think in season 1 she is great. I think she is a tier character in season 1 for sure. Love her, great character. Duncan, I'm looking at these last. I mean, like not you. I'll just put you like where you belong for now. Tyler's outside of being my namesake, he's a fun, silly sports guy. Yeah, that's about all he does. He's a fun, silly sports guy. Doesn't get much more than that. You know, same their seasons. D tier, but like these are 4 heavy hitters. Duncan, Gwen, Lashawna, and Trent. Okay, I gotta think that Duncan. I need time. Duncan is definitely around here, right? All right, Duncan. I think Duncan can get the wonderful tier. It was a tough choice. Not really a tough choice. Obviously, he's amazing. But you know, he gets a lot of screen time, a lot of different things with other characters, a lot of make teams, specific eliminations, cool romance angles. The dude gets a lot of work in the show, and it always is awesome. I think that the final 5, I'll even say the final 6, like that handcuff episode gives you so much insight into the characters that are in this show, and I dig it. Duncan gets a big wonderful tier, as does Gwen. Gwen was and might still be my favorite character in all of Total Drama. You know, just like the punk goth girl who doesn't want to try but like has the heart of gold, and you know, push comes to shove, she's gonna do her best. Robbed. I wish we got the Canadian version. Yeah, Gwen's amazing. Definite wonderful tier character, bar none. No one's disagreeing with this. Lashawna and Trent. I'm confident that Trent is a... You know what? This is gonna sound crazy because he's a big deal, but I think Trent's only a B tier character. He is the cool alt-hot guy, hooks up with Gwen. There's a crazy awesome angle between him, Heather, and Gwen, where Heather plays him like a fiddle to get Trent voted up the aisle. It's absolutely incredible. But when you really think about it, Trent doesn't do much for the game. He is Gwen's sidekick for the most part, in a very similar way that Heather has Lindsay and Beth, but it's more of like, you know, it's a respectful, romantic partnership. Like, Gwen's the one making all the gameplays. Trent's kind of just there, and then he gets a... I don't even know what they're doing with him in action. Like, what really dropped the ball with Trent? They were like, let's make him a main character. What should his gimmick be? What if he's just like this weird, love-obsessed creep? Like, I don't know. Didn't dig it at all. B tier for Trent. Which I know it's gonna surprise some people, but I think my explanation may have made that good. And Lashawna. I think Lashawna is A tier. Lashawna's great. I almost put her in the wonderful tier. So much good character development over the course of the series. Another one is everyone's friend. A lot of good moments, like putting the sewer in Heather's shower, like awesome. But the issue with Lashawna is, and it's you know, I mean, like, it literally isn't her fault. The way she got voted off was just so stupid. That like the cool beach resort episode, I loved seeing it. It was a good idea for an episode to show like what are the people that are voted off doing, because obviously they couldn't go home because it would spoil who's winning, so they had to get sent to a fancy 5-star beach resort. But like the way that vote off happened, where people were just like, if they mentioned the name Lashawna, like it just picked her, and then like they just went and kicked her off. Totally bad ending for a really good character. And I think that ending taints her just a little bit to knock her down to the A tier. That's it. It's every character. Holy crap. All right. We're going to put these people in order within their tiers. One thing that I'm seeing is the C tier needs at least one other face in it, I think. How about we, I'm going to give Bridget a little more respect, because I think she's just better than these 4, for sure. And let's give Harold a little disrespect, shall we? I think that's a good way to balance it. All right, start from the bottom. Unbearable. Who was the most unbearable character in Total Drama Island? That is Ezekiel. Like I said, making a sexist character, like it's always funny that he gets voted off for being awful, but like he's awful, so bottom. Katie and Sadie, in no particular order, they are next. The annoying best friends that never do anything. Definitely where they belong. And then last, I'll put Eva in the front of the unbearable tier. Could have done more with her, and they just didn't. The D tier. I'm gonna put Justin at the bottom. He literally does nothing. In action, dude, straight up A tier character. If we ever do an action tier list, which I might one day, he'll be way higher. But in Island, just a hot guy who doesn't do much. I think it's voted off. That's it. That's all that happens. Then I'm gonna say Noah, because again, another character that needs more seasons to become great. But until then, just kind of I don't want to do that bleh character. And then I'll do Tyler and Cody in that order. Tyler's just like, he's the athletic guy who sucks at everything. It's a funny gimmick, but not great. And then Cody. I mean, I have to, the order was for itself, right? Like, it made itself, because I had Harold a tier up and Bridget a tier down, so there's the order. Bridget, again, really cool, gets really far in the game, but I can't think of any memorable moments with her that aren't just like when she started to develop her romance with Jeff. I think she had didn't she mess something up? I think she might have been the reason they didn't get to go on that cruise during the eat it or the chew or spew, whatever they called it, the gross 10-course meal. Maybe she wouldn't eat dolphin. So I think she did though. I don't remember. Not great. Beth, we've covered her. Fine, middle. She is like the most average character in the original Total Drama Island. And then Harold, he's got his moments, but again, not great. Some good moments, tampering with the game, winning the beatbox thing, winning dodgeball. Good moments, not great. Trent, Lindsay, Jeff. That's the only change I'm making. Again, controversial. Not even having Trent in the top. He's in the top 15, but like there's only 25 characters on this list, right? Because there's 22 contestants, and then they did Chef Chris and Coconut. Listen, he's good. He's a good character, but he doesn't do much for the game. The game is why we're here. Jeff, similar, but he does do a little more for the game later on. He makes it further, and just as a result, we get more. And Lindsay, this is where we start to get into, I think right here is where I would draw the line of characters that do stuff for the game. You know what I mean? You know what? With that being said, there you go. It felt rude. If I'm saying, if this is where the line, now we have, this is the line for characters that actually had like fun, good impact on the game, right there. Lindsay, you will be at the bottom of this because I just moved you up from the B tier. You're probably at the bottom. We'll think about it though. DJ is next. Another character, like a minimal, makes it pretty far. Gets a lot of opportunities to do some stuff. But he never does anything like, no planning, no behind the scenes stuff outside of being part of like Duncan's crew. Great character though. Next, gonna go with Izzy. Very fun character. The way she messes with the game is simply by being one of those characters that comes back. I know Eva's down here and did that too, but she didn't really come back. She got eliminated the same episode. But as he comes back, has an impact, has some fun stuff, does stuff with Owen. General, and it's got a presence for the game, and also, a fun, zany character. Now we do Chef Hatchet. And then we do Courtney and Lashawna in that order. Not a player, but a great, how could you not have Chef? I almost like it feels weird having Chris and Chef in this because they obviously don't have the same level of impact on the game as the contestants do. But I mean, they are two of the best characters in the show. You can't not do them. So I'm gonna put Chef right there. This is where we get into like the top players of the game. I think Chef's a good line for like the top tier players. Courtney, again, absolutely great. Gets a little more development in the later seasons, but I think being like preppy, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna follow the rules, I'm gonna do it right, and then she cuts loose, and cutting loose is what gets her cut loose. It would appear Harold cheated. Good, great character. One of my favorites. If I were doing a personal ranking, if you want to see a personal ranking, let me know, I'll do that too. But she'd be very high. And then Lashawna, one of the great, like one of the, like, you know, the heart and soul of the game. Everyone's friends with Lashawna. She like helps out her friends. She's like a good foil to people like Heather. Great character. But again, and unfortunately boring. Not even boring, it was just weird. Like the way she was voted off just was not good. All right, let me look at this one more time. You know, it's a big move, right? Like, because I had Lindsay down here. But I feel like if Chef is the line for characters that had pretty major impact on the game, it's going to be crazy going from the top of the B tier, but I think I'm actually going to move Lindsay all the way up here. Because being Heather's, like, right hand is a huge part of the game. Like, she does so much to help Heather win and also get herself far in the game. Putting her lower was a little bit of a disgrace. I shouldn't have put her as low as I did. She does do a lot. She does even more in action, but again, this isn't action. But I was just looking, and I think she does more for the game than Izzy and DJ do. So I'm gonna put Lindsay here. So Chef is actually now gonna act as the line between like absolute sicko players and the rest. The wonderful tier. This is tough. This is tough. Obviously, Mr. Coconut's the best character. All right, haha, that joke's out of the way. I am gonna go home. Go home. Go home. Go home. Go home, please. You're a fun joke character, but like, please go home. Please? Please, Mr. Coconut? All right. You know what? You forced my hand. Forced me to lie. I have to do this live. Gotta add the Mr. Coconut because I don't want you acting actual. Like you're a fun joke, but come on, you're not actually a character. Get down there. There we go. I was gonna just put him back on the bar because he doesn't deserve to be an unbearable. Like he's funny. It's like if I'm gonna rank how good that joke is compared to a character, like he's above Ezekiel, Katie, Sadie, and Eva probably. Might even be above these guys. Like Mr. Coconut might actually like deserve to be in this area. But again, I don't want to compare him to a character, so he gets to go in the Mr. Coconut tier down there by himself. All right, top tier. This is tough, right? Because you've basically got the four main characters. You got the final four right here, right? It's the four. I mean, I didn't even realize the top, not including Chris McClain, the top five or the final five. It's pretty funny. You know, it gets them the most screen time. That's why you like them so much. This is hard because they're the final four. They're all pretty different. You have the main antagonist. Honestly, you have the main protagonist, in my opinion. And then you have, like, the goofball and the serious guy. Just because she's the main protagonist doesn't mean she has to win. But how do you rank these things? I think it's going to be crazy because he does win, but I think Owen is the weakest character in this tier. I really only think he's in this tier because he wins. Like he's in every episode. He's, you know, he's a fun guy. Everyone loves him. He plays the game the way I think I always say I would play the game a similar way. Like you just be buddies with everyone and fly under the radar. But he doesn't do any scheming. He's not really a part of any major feuds. He just kind of like gets to the final and wins. Whereas these three characters are way more in-depth players, you know? I'm gonna do Duncan next, I think. amazing, but like, I mean, you've got the entire heart of the show is this feud right here, so you can't really put them low. Duncan's great. I know he's a lot of my friends' favorite characters. He's a lot of people's favorite character. He's like the cool punk guy. He's awesome. But that does not stand up to the cool punk girl and the evil character. Final three here. I'm gonna just spoil it now. Chris McClain, I think, is the best character because, I mean, he is the show, right? There's no total drama. If you put like some random guy named Steve in that spot, it doesn't work. You need Chris McClain and all of his pompous, big ego FUs. Like he's great. He's my favorite character in total drama because he is total drama. But Heather and Gwen's my favorite. Heather is great. You know what? I'm leaving it. Wild, I know. I love Gwen. My heart was yearning for this movement. Tyler, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. But I gotta give credit where credit's due, man. Heather's the best character. It's the same way that like Cersei is the best character in Game of Thrones, in my opinion. That like they just do being bad so well. Like she plays the game better than everyone, bar none. She's also like my hatred for Heather in the first season outweighs my love for any of these characters for sure, and probably even these characters. The only rival is her foil Gwen, and it's designed to be that way. So even though I like Gwen more, and if it were a personal tier list, Gwen would be higher, I think objectively ranking the characters in the show, I gotta give it to Heather. There it is. The Total Drama Island tier list. We got Ezekiel in last, then Katie and Sadie, then Eva, Justin, Noah, Tyler, Cody, Bridget, Beth, Harold, Trent, Jeff, DJ, Izzy, Chef, Lindsay, Courtney, Lashawna, Owen, Duncan, Gwen, Heather, Chris. I gotta tell you, man, I know all my tier list Tuesdays are technically subjective. This feels like a pretty good objective tier list. I feel pretty confident about it. I think if I posted this on Reddit, I wouldn't get flamed. This might get me flamed. This is the one hot take I think I have, but I think it's right. He's a heartthrob. Everyone loves him. Again, he's our main protagonist, is Kissy Face, but that's just how it goes. He didn't do much for the show. He didn't do much. He did a lot for like the show, like the narrative of having to be the boyfriend. But as far as like a competitor goes, like I'm treating it like it's a real show. You know, the competition's heated. I'm ranking characters. Could have done more. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I don't care how many views this tier list gets. I was so happy to make this one. It's one I've wanted to make for a long time. I hope a bunch of you will watch it. I hope a bunch of you like it. It's genuinely a show that I'd be willing to do more tier lists about if you wanted to see them. If you wanted to see a personal ranking, I would do it. If you wanted to see me do action and world tour, I would do it. If you want to see me do the other seasons, I guess I would also do it. But I would need to see a lot of requests for those because the love fades hard after season 3. But yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you would change or how you would have ranked these characters. And as always, been Tier List Tuesday. I'm Wonder Bear. I will see you tomorrow for some more GeoGuessr, and possibly even next Tuesday for another Tier List Tuesday. I might be able to squeeze one more in before the big hiatus comes. Peace.